Okay, we are recording and live streaming when you are ready, Mr. Chairman. As you can see, we have several members of trial court joining us this morning.
Do that. Those. Okay,
All familiar.
all familiar. Okay. Excuse me. At this time, I'd like to call to order the Isabella County Board of Commissioners, Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee. First up is an approval of the agenda. Is there any subtractions or additions that need to be made on the agenda?
I've no changes.
Okay. With that, we'll accept the agenda as presented here. We will, for a call to the public. Is there anybody in the room that would like to make a comment at this time? I see nobody coming forward in person, so is there anybody online or on the telephone at this time that would like to comment?
There is not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I will close the call to the public and there will be another opportunity at the end of the meeting for the public to make comments. Okay, first up, consider approving the fiscal year 25 Swiss Insure Sanction Probation Program grant contract in the amount of $228,000, authorize the court administrator to utilize DocuSign to sign the same. So I know we have Carrie Curtis, administrator, on here. You want to take this, or I see we got a bunch of people in the room and
I'll
can't hear
let Miss Johnson take it away.
Miss John. Okay,
Thank you.
I didn't see you up in the corner there.
I'm hiding. Good morning. I'm Carolyn Johnson, the Swift Insure Coordinator for Isabella County Program. I think, as everyone knows, we've had this program since 2011, and it has been totally grant funded for that many years. This year, we received an award of $228,000, which is $5,000 more than we received last year. We were able to spend all of our grant, and it goes to pay for the coordinator and case managers' wages and fringes, as well as testing supplies and some office supplies and mileage this year. I'm available for questions if anyone has any questions. Not sure what else you want me to report on at this time.
I really didn't see any major changes, so unless I missed something, it seems to be pretty much the same. Am I correct?
Yes, we just added a couple things for some office supplies and some mileage travel. That was the only change.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions, and it's nice to see that we're able to ask for more and get more in these requests over the years. They seem to have continued to go up as we review them. Also, I want to thank you for coming each year. Pretty much same thing about Swift Insure over these meetings. You know, we've heard it before, but it's good to have those references for people, constituents who are coming back to see, you know, the video and not have to go back to years past to get a background on it. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you. We've been very lucky over the years. So thank you as well.
All right. I'll make a motion to bring forward the approval of the fiscal year 25 Swift Insure Sanctions Probation Program grant contract in the amount of $228,000 and authorize the court administrator to utilize DocuSign to sign.
I will support that. Is there any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll vote. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Great, so we'll move that forward to the work session.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next up is consider approving the fiscal year 2025 drug court grant contract in the amount of 110,000 and authorize the court administrator to utilize DocuSign. So I'll make sure I got the right one here. So Ms. Riser, I believe. Speak up.
Nope, it's me, Kate Mitchell.
Oh, I got the wrong one.
Good morning.
I got it.
Good morning.
Okay. Go ahead, please. I
Okay,
got-
so just a little bit of background for Recovery Court. Began in 2003. We've been going strong since that time. We're an intensive treatment-based program for individuals with drug or alcohol-related problems. We're asking for 110,000 is what we were approved for. We had requested 186,000. Got the 110. 110 is good. It covers all of my wages and fringes, as well as some drug testing and some trainings and a couple other things that we need for the program. Previously, we've been getting right around 70,000 for many years in a row. Last year we got 110, and then they gave us 110 this year, which is great because it does cover what we need. So that's what I've got. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I don't really have any questions. It's a program we've always supported and
It's good to see all these programs moving.
moving
Getting
forward.
covered.
So we appreciate all the work you guys put into it. So
Yeah, thank you.
Move to bring forward the approval of the fiscal year 25 adult DWI drug court grant contract in the amount of 110,000. Authorize the court administrator to utilize DocuSign.
and I will support that. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. That has passed and we'll move that forward to the work session. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Get my paperwork in order here. So. Okay, next up, consider approving fiscal year 2025 juvenile drug court grant contract in the amount of 102,000 authorized the court administrator to utilize DocuSign to sign the same. Now we have Ms. Reiser speaking on this one. So,
Hi, good morning.
good morning.
So this award is $2,000 more than what we received last year. So it is a small increase, but it is an increase. And the award will go towards salary and benefits, as well as a little bit left over for drug testing. With the juvenile drug court, we are able to access child care funds to help us out with other things such as incentives and some treatment costs, also to help support our drug testing program as well. We do both in-house drug testing, and then we also utilize the Compass program in town. So the award that we got will comfortably cover my salary, and like I said, a little bit left over to help us with the drug testing. Thank you.
What are you seeing with the juveniles as far as the abuse, as far as what substances? You see an increase in one over the other, more marijuana or more? Has that changed much in the last year?
From what we're seeing, marijuana is predominantly the drug of choice. That remains so. It is so accessible to our youth. With their, with all the dispensaries in town, people that they know, and with the vapes, unfortunately, they were able to conceal it as well a lot easier than they have been in the past. We do have a policy in drug court that we would like the parents to maintain an alcohol and drug-free home to help support their youth, but it still is very, very accessible. And then alcohol is still a close second.
And, in theoretic, vaping is age limited as well, right? Or is it just, tobacco-based vaping?
It's THC and tobacco-based vaping. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know a lot about the different varieties of vaping, so is
That's
there
okay.
just like recreational, grape flavored vaping. They're, I mean, you go to, gas station and you see like a myriad of flavor things. Are those legal for juveniles?
So my understanding is if they don't contain alcohol, tobacco products. And I know that they're easily accessible. Unfortunately, the vaping companies market to use with their bright colors and flavors and
Right.
things of that nature. But the THC vapes, those would be available at the dispensary.
I think, Maria, he may be asking, do you have to be a certain age to purchase a vape, period? If you
Right.
know.
Hardware.
Well, that I don't know.
Tobacco would be 18, correct?
Tobacco 18, yep.
Yep.
THC 21, but in terms of those that just contain the flavors, I don't know.
All right. Thank you for entertaining my,
Yeah, sorry.
I furthered my knowledge a little bit here now. Thank you.
Mhm.
Motion to move forward the approving the fiscal year 25 juvenile drug court grant contract in the amount of 102,000 and authorize the court administrator to utilize DocuSign to sign.
Okay, I will support that. Is there any more discussion on this topic? Then we will proceed to a vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion has passed and we'll move that forward to the open session, so. Okay, moving on, we have, consider approving the sub-award agreement in the amount of 21,000 between the New York University and County of Isabella for a period of October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, and authorize the court administrator to sign the same. Okay, I kind of remember a little bit of this, but Ms. Curtis, would you like to take this or would you?
I'm gonna leave it to Carolyn, but I do have a correction. We'd like the chairman to actually sign that. The staff report is incorrect and that's totally on me. I was so used to writing them in that manner that I just added it in automatically. So we would like the chairman to go ahead and sign that. This is a new grant and I'll let Carolyn tell you a little bit about how it transpired. We're pretty excited that we were able to get this, so.
Hi again. So at a training seminar in July, I learned about this microgrant opportunity. And it is through the Swift Certain Fair Resource Center. We applied and received a grant for 21,000. The Swift Certain Fair Center is funded by the Bureau of Justice and it supports implementing and working with the Swift Certain and fair responses and community supervision. So it was something that we looked at for our participants that have barriers to them being successful in probation. For things like transportation, sometimes they can't get to and from testing or to and from reporting. So we are looking at utilizing some of the grant funds for transportation, things like vital records, expenses like getting their driver's license or a birth certificate sometimes prohibits them from getting a license that assists them in getting a job. Things like assessment and counseling fees, and then just some, like calendars and things just to help them keep organized, in different types of programming. It's still in development stages, but these are the types of things that we're going to use the funds. Like Carrie said, we're pretty excited about it. It's a new grant to us, and we're hoping to be able to utilize it to help our participants. Anyone have any questions?
Just trying to, I said it's a new one, so it's.
Mhm.
So you passed through New York University.
Yes, they are the,
How'd you come aware of this? Was this through one of your, go ahead.
so
I know,
So-
but is that, are they a regional, is it regional or is it for the whole country? Nationwide?
Yes, the United States. So there was a person at our training forum in July in Lansing at the Swift and Sure Forum. And she shared that opportunity for all the counties there. And they call it a micro grant because it's not as long of a form to fill out. Not, the process is way easier. I think it was just a couple pages that we had to fill out the application. And we provided some data and just some demographics about the county and just kind of analyzed our program as to what the needs were for our participants. And this is what we decided to write it for. And we were granted that. So I'm pretty anxious about it and excited.
Do you probably don't know this, but do you know if there was a lot of Michigan? That
I don't.
Award or?
I do not know. I believe Muskegon County and I think Van Buren County have grants through here as well. But I don't know anything else about that.
Well, congratulations. We're always
Thank
looking
you.
for grants. So, just like I said, it's anytime you get one and if you be one of the first in the state to get them, it's always means that you guys working hard. So I do appreciate that.
Thank you. We're excited about it. Thank you.
I have no more foolish questions, so.
Yeah, no, I just thank you for applying for the grant that you saw. It's always great to have these specialized grants to pay for these kind of items that we wouldn't be able to appropriate funds for. And certainly needed.
For sure.
Make a motion, move for the approval of the subaward agreement in the amount of $21,000 between New York University and the County of Isabella for the period of October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, and authorize the administrator to sign.
Chairman.
Sorry, and authorize thank you. Chairman of the Board of Commissioners to sign the same.
And I will support that. So, any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the same. That has passed, and we'll move that forward to the work session. And thank you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on, consider approving the lease agreement between Broadway Land Management LLC in Isabella County for a 1-year term beginning November 19th, 2024 through November 18th, 2025. Pending legal review and authorize the board chairperson to sign the same. We have Dorothy here. Good
Hi there.
morning.
Good morning. So this is a renewal on the lease for the location where the prosecutor's office is. There was a 5% increase, which was actually included in the first lease, so pretty straightforward. The lease, however, is still pending legal. They're hashing numbers and dotting Ts or dotting Ts, dotting Is and crossing Ts. So we don't have that quite yet for you, but we just want to be able to keep moving forward, make sure that we get this going as the renewal date is, or at least expires November 18th, so.
And this is the 1 year, correct?
For 1 year.
I don't see exhibit A as an attachment here, so we want to make sure that's included.
That was one thing that was under, like,
Review.
it
Yeah.
changed, they said, so I didn't have the original, so it's been back and forth a little bit, but just trying to make sure that we have in there what it's supposed to be. I just emailed with Mr. Perone this morning, so.
Perfect.
So we're working on that and we'll get it up to you as soon as we get that. Hopefully we'll have that done before the meeting next week.
And if not, they can still approve it pending legal as long as it's.
Approval. Well,
Right,
Monetary
the amount
change.
shouldn't,
Exactly.
yeah, the amount shouldn't change. We had talked with them about possibly a little more space And, but then we looked at that, and so that's kind of, we'd rather just get approval, make sure we've got our lease in place, and then we'll look at if there is a.
And that's
If
part
there
of
was
the
a desire
exhibit
for-
A discussion then. probably,
Well, right,
Delineating the
yep.
space.
Yep, and it was a different space than last year, they said, but I didn't have that readily available to me, so, that's what I was trying to, we're
Yeah,
trying
good.
to
I
get
think
that
they were-
squared away.
I
We'll
think
get that.
prosecutor was trying to negotiate some
Yeah.
meeting space, because really all that's been rented is office space, and then as MMDC had their offices, I think they were kind of sharing the meeting room across the way, but now MMDC has moved
Mhm.
into their permanent location around the corner. That is no longer in kind available to the prosecutor's office. So I think they were trying to they were hoping to secure additional meeting space. So looks
Right.
like maybe more discussion to come on Tuesday.
Yes, because when we actually looked at the one meeting room, it's quite specific. It has that
Mhm.
huge table, and so we actually were looking at the area just in front, kind of in line with where we currently are. There's an open space, there's one
Mhm.
office. It would give us a place to have confidential meetings and also, just meeting space for our office, and so.
I know as we continue to live in our temporary environments, meeting space has been one of the toughest things to accommodate.
Well, as long as we have that, excuse me, attachment before the work session, we can work through that, so I don't see any problem.
I would anticipate we should be able to get that. The correct wording and the correct exhibit all together for you before then.
All right, move to bring forward the approval of the bring for the lease agreement between Broadway Land Management LLC and Isabella County for a one-year term beginning November 19th, 2024 through November 18th, 2025, pending legal review. The board chairperson to sign.
I'll second that. Any more discussion? So, seeing none, we will vote to move this forward. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the same. That has passed, and we'll move that forward to the work session.
Thank you.
Thank
with
you.
the Additional documents, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, next up is move to approve the letter to the Village of Lake Isabella, which provides the necessary 30-day notice of termination of the agreement for public safety services and authorize the board chairperson to sign the same. And we have the sheriff.
We do. Morning, Sheriff.
Oh, there you are. Trouble seeing the screen today. Oh, it's there.
Big.
So basically just some housekeeping for these next two things. We require a 30-day termination notice for our contracts for the Village of Lake Isabella and Wise Township. And hopefully hold on to those contracts until December 31st, 2024. I don't anticipate probably anybody will fill any of those shifts at this point. But because of the reduction, we will not be able to complete those contracts any longer.
I guess that's not much to say on
All
that.
right. Move to bring forward the approval of the letter to Lake Isabella, Village of Lake Isabella, which provides the necessary 30-day notice of termination of the agreement for public safety services and authorize the board chairperson to sign.
I will support that. Any more discussion? Seeing none, we'll vote. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That has passed. We'll move that forward. So why don't you go ahead and move number 10?
All right. Move to bring forward the approval of the letter to Wise Township, which provides the necessary 30-day notice of termination of the agreement of public safety services and authorize the board chairperson to sign.
Support. Discussion. It's pretty much the same as our last motion. So I have nothing to add to it. State of it is what it is.
Mhm.
All in favor of that, signify by aye.
Aye.
Or is that aye?
Um,
Um. Okay, that has passed and we'll move that forward to the work session. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Okay, we have up announcements. Any announcements?
I don't have any announcements.
Okay, call to the public. Does anyone would like to make a comment at this time?
Take my hat off or keep it on.
It's fine. with me.
You can leave it on.
Zach Ferrier, Chippewa Township resident. Just kind of a, I guess, thought for you folks to have come to the meeting next week, because I know there's a bunch of very upset individuals. Obviously, all know what happened with the vote, upsetting, but there's also a lot of misinformation out there still, and it's very frustrating. You know, we had the misinformation, put out by the House, which was very appreciated, the 22% people with the red signs. But I know you guys don't have to make comment right now, but it would probably be in your best interest to come up with a statement for next Tuesday's meeting. Because I have a feeling that's gonna be a fairly large meeting for everybody. And then address to the public would probably be in your best interest. I'm not telling you what you have to do. You're elected representatives to represent the people of the districts that you reside in, but people are gonna want answers. And to sit there and stand mute is probably not gonna be in your best interest.
I've had
So,
several conversations already today already. And
so have I. Since last Wednesday, my phone has been blowing up, and
I have no idea.
for misinformation to say that there's still money and to give guys hope.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
those guys are hanging on by a thread right now.
But-
I mean, so that needs to be said right off the bat, that there is no money. I mean, I got my information from my boss.
There was a article in the Morning Sun,
That's the
but
morning.
well, I mean, you get out the information as you can publicly, right? And also to several of the news agencies.
Oh, I saw that one.
I know.
But people aren't gonna believe the media, especially in today's day and age.
That-
Hearing it from the
you-
horse's mouth is gonna be the best.
I know.
I'm
said some
right,
stuff.
I'm
I've-
sure Tobin Hope has.
I've already
Plans.
sent a couple emails to Tobin on some of the talking points that's gonna be at the meeting already, so we're already trying to come up with something that I'll let Tobin address that, what we discussed, but we're actually looking at to address that specifically, so.
But I'm not like,
I don't wanna
I
take anything away.
appreciate
from
it.
Tobin.
Yeah, no.
I'm not trying to tell you fellas what to do or everybody what to do, but
That's
I'm
what,
just here
oh,
to
that's our
say
job, we gotta
there's a
listen.
lot of pissed off individuals.
We gotta listen, though,
Mhm.
like I said, in fact, we'd rather have you come here. Talk to us, so we
And
have
it's not gonna
time
be
to
from
figure
us.
something.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
no.
the members of Isabella
I
County.
meant,
But we get them at the meeting and they
Yeah.
want something at the meeting, it's a lot easier to start working at something together.
Yep.
Instead of just
I mean,
getting up at a meeting when we don't have the ability to do something at that time, but we can do a lot of stuff before the meeting, so it's always good to contact us and let us know your ideas and.
especially when there's a county employee, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's out there spreading information that there's money in investments.
Yeah, we know.
And that's very frustrating, especially for guys who are hanging on by a thread and they don't have that. I mean, granted, the folks voted it down
mhm,
and that's what's gonna happen,
mhm.
but this happened in Shiawassee and Montcalm counties.
Yeah.
This is just detrimental to this county. You know, like I've told you guys many times, I grew up here, I live here, I work here, hell, my kids go to school here. This will be detrimental to this
Mhm.
community. And we're pulling state police officers from other counties aren't getting covered. I mean, and guys are gonna leave.
Yeah.
It's just, it sucks,
Mhm.
so, but
I can tell you, we're not aware of, everything, like I said, we've been talking, ever since, probably all during this stuff, and, like I said, I've been getting emails, and we've had to talk with the chairman, like I said, I don't want to talk what the chairman's doing, but we are
If I can head
That's
off
fine.
stuff for you, I mean, I'll help you, but. You
The
know,
problem is that these, gotta be careful here, but,
you're fine. I get it. You're in a sensitive position.
but I've talked to, I believe, with some of these people, and they believe what they believe, even though the facts are right there in their face. And I just, like I said, before I came here, we had talked with their administrator, there were a bunch of rumors out there again, and it's like, how do you put these down? I said, they're not true, but yet, I said, well, I'll double check on you, but I'm pretty sure what it is, there's, yeah. So anyways,
Frustrating,
Mhm.
frustrating, but I would expect a large show.
oh, we
Oh, yeah.
already know it was in the paper, they were expecting it there, but.
I know the Friends of Isabel County, myself and the guys that I work with were champions of the county for the 6.61 operating renewal and the operating millage, the renewal of ICTIC and Parks and Rec, and it's like this gets voted down and, a lot of us feel like there wasn't a lot of support on our end. We did what we could do. I mean, I was probably more boisterous than I should have been. I probably shouldn't even be here talking to you today, but I'm not to the point where I just don't care anymore. Because this is my home.
I'm
I
glad
care.
you come and talk to us.
Yeah, you're always welcome. I mean, it's like. I wish there was good solutions. Like I said, we got a list of 8 or 9 bullet points that most of them are untrue, but we need to address all of them, so.
Okay. Just here to
Thank
give you a
you.
heads up. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you
Yeah,
for talking.
anytime. Thank you for showing up.
Yep.
Okay, is there any other public comment here? Seeing none in the room, is there anybody online that would like to comment?
There is not at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, this time I will end the call to the public and I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.